Good morning, everyone. Dr. Mom live with my bodybuilding update. This is one of my favorite ones. I am practicing for bodybuilding, training for a bodybuilding competition. I always said it was going to be this summer. I have set a date now. I signed up for the competition and I am going to do some updates, but I might be off, but I think I'm in about week 12 of working with the trainer, eating a certain food plan, all those kinds of things. I probably need to look back and see if I'm off on that, but it seems like it's been about that long, but and it's been significant progress, a huge learning opportunity. I would recommend paying for a trainer. And the one that I have is very reasonable. It was a little confusing at times, but I caught on later on, and it's really actually pretty interesting and has been a huge learning opportunity. And I feel like I'm making progress. So today I'm going to talk about sort of the stats on where I'm at for weight and things like that. My nutrition plan, how that's changed or not changed, how that's affecting my workouts, things like that. And then I'm going to talk about the competition, sort of my plans to move forward, because I'm actually going to be going mobile in it's about only a month away, less than a month now, which is very exciting. So I pick up the RV next Thursday. So I'm getting ready for that. I'm finishing up my house remodel project because I have to flip it. I'm flipping that in May. So it's a little bit stressful, but I'm handling it fine. So, okay, today I'm going to talk about, let's start with the program I'm doing. Okay, so my trainer that I have wrote me, so he's been writing me programs. I've been meeting with him about every 3 weeks to test my body fat, see how my body's reacting. And now I'm really getting to the place where I need to really be making progress. So I feel like the first couple exercise programs he wrote for me were more like for beginner type stuff, although they were good because I still there were so many new exercises each time he wrote a plan for me. And then what I did is I had to Google them. I had to Google all of them usually, maybe not all, but most of them, to see what they meant. It took me about 1 whole week, generally, to go in, understand the exercise, and then start doing it efficiently so that my body was reacting to it well. I like to have sort of a smooth transition. And so like when I go to the gym, you don't have a lot of time. And so you have to make sure that you can convert everything fairly easy. So I'm going to go over the plan he gave me this week. I really like this one. It's called TUT, and it's time under tension is what it's called. So what he's saying is this kind of training has more than one type. So there's timed reps. Times rep. So he says this is a tempo or how fast you perform a movement. So an example is decline press. So a decline press, you do, it's kind of how you stall. So you do 4, 3, or okay, I'm going to say I usually do 1, 2, 3, 4 when you're lifting the exercise. Let's just say we're doing an exercise where you're lifting this way. So you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So you're putting tension on your muscles. That's pretty effective this week. Like I do that sometimes anyway. Like I used to would do lifting, and then I would do, at the end of my lifting, I would do stalls where I just stalled it out. But this is a little different. So I didn't know how much it was working until today, because I really felt it today, especially in my arms and shoulders and things. I really felt it. So I think it's been pretty effective. So let's see, how fast you perform a movement. An example would be a decline press. And you would do 4, 2, 1, means that to take a count of 4 seconds to push the weight up, hold it up, and muscles contract. And then for 2 seconds, then it should take 4 seconds to lower it back down. And one thing that I noticed when doing them this week is, and he says that these reps should be done in good form. So one thing I didn't do is when I went up with the weight or whatever I was doing, today I was doing dumbbell, where you're doing, I think I was laying an incline, laying on a bench. You're doing dumbbells, so you're doing 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I didn't do is lock it out. Like you can lock it in place, right? So I tried to keep tension on it like this. And so I would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, don't lock it, but then 1, 2, and then back down again. And that seemed to be very effective. So my shoulders seem to be better. I'm lifting more. I don't know if it was indeed carbs or sugar. I don't know if it was possibly the winter. For whatever reason, they are doing better. Yay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so time sets is the next one he talks about. So these ones are as many reps as you can do in a given period of time. There's no rest until the set is done. So perform your reps in good form using a predetermined amount of time. Stalled reps is the next one. Perform reps at a normal pace, but stall in the middle of the movement for a specified amount of time. So there's definitely, so I guess I would assume it would be 1, 2, stall for 2, 3, 4. I think he was doing 2, 1, 2. So maybe 1, 1, 2, I don't know, stall in the middle of it and then back all the way up. So clusters, this one is the same as stalled reps, only using high reps and low to moderate weight. So for instance, on one leg sled, so this week he had me on the leg day pushing, you probably know about it. It's a sled and it's got tires on, all 4 tires on it, and you put weights on top of it and you push it. That one's a toughie. I mean, maybe I was trying to think today when I was doing my rolling on the cushion on my gluteus maximus muscles, they were really sore. It might be pushing that sled because you have to push it one way and then back another way. You do those 3 times, I think. Those must have been pretty efficient. So what he's saying is this is the same as stalled reps, only using high reps and low to moderate weight. On the one leg sled, perform 50 reps in 10 rep segments. So do 10 reps and stop at halfway with muscles fully contracted and hold for 10 seconds. Then complete the next 10 reps and repeat until you reach 50. That one's it also, the tires seem to be a little bit, they're fat tires, so you're pushing the sled against resistance. It was very efficient. So that's the TUT. That's called TUT, time under tension workout. I really like this one. One thing I have noticed, and he did increase my aerobic activity about 10 minutes per day on the days I do it. My weight is doing really well. I'm down and staying down now instead of bouncing up and back. So I'm in a really good weight. I'm still at 160. Crazy, right? But I did increase some carbs. I increased them a little bit, and I seem to have good energy at the gym. So I added in my oatmeal in the morning. First thing I added that in, and it's probably only half a cup or something. So I haven't been um, I've been doing well as far as energy wise. Okay, so day one, oh, this kitty, she just loves to claw me. Okay, day one is legs. He had me on legs day one. That's the leg sled. So this is a hanging, I don't know if you guys have done it, but it's called a hanging weight squat. So what you do is you need to stand by sort of, the Smith machines where it helps you do squats. It's the big machines. So you need to stand by it just in case. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get to this one this week because you need to stand on two platforms that lifts you high enough in the air, and you put a belt on, and then you put a weight. They have belts that you can attach a weight to, and it hangs in between your legs. And so then you do squats with the weight on your waist on a belt, basically. It was a little weird for me. I couldn't find the stands. I felt like, ooh, is I going to be steady? I didn't do it, but I'm going to do it next week. It would be a really good squat. Instead, I just used a Smith machine and did regular squats. But there was so much learning this week. I just substituted that one, but I am going to do it. It looks super efficient. Okay, so then there's dumbbell stationary reverse lunges. Those are always good, a reverse leg extension, leg curl. And then the last one, which I like these, they're called the donkey calf raise with hanging weight. Donkey calf raise with hanging weight. Forget what that one was. I was thinking it was a donkey calf raise where there's one that you put you use a machine and you just lift the back of your legs up. So donkey calf raise, I need to research that one again. I might have substituted that for just the calf machine. My calves are pretty darn built. And to be honest with you, they got that way from CrossFit. We used to do thousands of jump ropes. And my calf muscles really grew. Okay, day two is back and biceps. Smith machine, closed horizontal grip, straight arm cable push down like this. Smith machine, bent over row. So you're on the Smith machine. Smith machine has it's all connected and it kind of helps you. So you bend over like this and just do a row where you're stationary. That was very effective. Preacher curl, stalled reps. So preacher curls where you're setting on a machine and you're isolating your arms and you're just curling up. Barbell reverse grip curl. Oh, that's okay. Instead of doing, barbell. Okay. Instead of, I think I was doing that wrong. I think I was doing some dumbbells. So instead of lifting dumbbells like this, you do it this way. I don't know if I use the barbell though. And then bicycle crunches. One thing that Nick told me, we aren't going to meet up because he's too busy and I've got not very much time left. So I'm staying with my training that I'm doing because it's really effective. But he did say focus on your weak points. From looking in pictures, my weak points is my belly area and my gluteus maximus. So bicycle crunches are very effective, very, very effective. And I noticed that he has been putting in more and more stomach exercises. Sorry, guys. Okay, so day 3 is chest and triceps, hammer strength, bench press. It's where you set it, there's a hammer machine. You set it and you're lifting like this. And that's where he's implemented 4-2-1. So 4-2-1, pause, 4-2-3-1. But with this exercise, you could stall out. You could lift it and lock in place, and then I try not to do that. So I just keep tension the whole time, hold it 1-2, and then back down again. Okay, seated one-arm cable chest press free motion machine. So this machine is the one where you sit down and you grab it from behind and you're doing this with it. So for some reason he wants you to do one-arm cable chest. Maybe because I did notice that when you pull it, you're pulling it over this way. So you do one arm at a time. That's a 2-1-2. So 1-2, holding, and then 1 back down again. Dumbbell incline chest fly, where you're basically in an incline and you're lifting dumbbell weights. I'm really strong at this one. Like he's saying light, but I can do 3 sets. So you're doing 3 sets, 10 reps, 4-2-1, hold it for 2 and then back down. And you could lock out on this one too, because you're going like this, you could lock out, but I try to, like I said, keep tension. But on this one, I can lift 30 pounds with each arm fairly easy. I could probably do 20 easy, so I might need to go up to 35, which is getting up there, but I'm pretty strong in that area. Okay, so let's see. So that's the fly. Dumbbell skull crusher with closed dip, grip, barbell press, as many as you can do, 3, and do the 4-2-1. This one I'm pretty strong at too. It's just where you have the dumbbell and you lay down flat on the bench and you're bringing it back to your skull, right? And then straight up again. And that's the same thing you're doing 4-2-1 again. Very effective. And then a rope tricep push down, stalled reps, hold the rope, push down, stall it out. It looks like 10-second stalls. So this one, you're pulling it down, you're holding it with tension for 10 seconds. And then flutter kicks, I think we all did those in school, where you're holding your legs out, straight out like this, and do like this, like this. Those are super good. And you do like a 1 minute. So I time it for 1 minute and I hold it out. It really gets your stomach. Okay, so day 4 is legs and abs again. Cossack squat. This one was interesting. This one was pretty interesting. So I'll see if I could. So you use dumbbells, and so I'll see if I can do it. So what you do is you're like this, and I have the dumbbell. I hope I'm doing it right, like I Googled. So you hold the dumbbell, and then you do this. So you're leaning out with your leg and then back up and then your knee like that. And I tried to keep my back straight. So you're doing that and you're holding a dumbbell while you're doing it. I felt like those were effective too. I noticed I could hold probably 30 pounds. It's kettlebell is what I'm trying to say, not a dumbbell. Kettlebell. Those were pretty darn effective. And then let's see, so 1 leg glute bridge with abductor squeeze. So this one, you're laying on your back, flat on your back. You lift 1 leg up. So you're lifting, so this is your other leg straight, right? So you're lifting 1 up and then you lift your butt up with the leg and try to get it as high as you can. Let's see, that is 10 per leg, and that's the stall as well. It's like 4 up, 2 stall, 4 down. And then standing cable donkey kick, that's the one I was talking about, where you're a regular machine, and then they have these things you can put around your ankle and tie it to the cable, and then I'll see if I can do it. So you're basically standing in the machine, and then what you're doing is you're lifting your leg like this. So you're lifting, forward, hold, like that. That's what you're doing. And then you do each leg like that. And those donkey kicks are so freaking effective. And your glute muscles, your gluteus maximus, like your butt, is super, super effective. And that's my weak points, that and my stomach. Okay, weighted cable crunch. Okay, weighted cable crunch. That's where you get on the machine, you get down on your knees, and you crunch like this by the weight. I think I'm doing it right. I'm probably not 100%, but. And then windshield wiper abs. So that's where you're laying flat on your back. Your feet are in the air. You go with your feet. We used to do those in school too. I think the Marines do them. Yeah, my husband used to have me do them. But so your body stays straight. Your legs are going this way as far as you can go without touching, and then you go back and forth. Those are great too. And then exercise ball jackknife. So where you have the big ball, you roll on your front out where your feet are as far on the ball and you're extended out, and then you use your stomach muscles to pull the ball in, and that was super effective. Okay, day 5 was today. It's arms and shoulders. I really felt it in my shoulder. I felt the whole week workout today in my arms and everywhere. Everywhere. So because I think probably the tension part of it. So I did hammer overhead press machine for your shoulders, dumbbell lateral raise where you're raising like this. High cable reverse fly, palms down. So you get on the fly machine like this, and you're pulling it in, and you're crossing over when you're pulling it in. So 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, up again. Those are really good too. And then I did a rope curl where I got the rope and just pulled it up from the bottom. 4, 2, 1 again. Incline bench hanging curls. That's where you lay on the bench and curl back. You're almost curling backwards. It's kind of awkward, but it's good. Then dips I did, and body weight tricep extension. It's another way you lay on a bench, and you are doing almost like a push-up on a bench, but you're keeping your arms close together and pushing up like this. And you're also balancing because remember you're laying flat on a bench. So you're doing this with it. It's very isolated movement, and it was really super good. And then laying cable knee raise. This one I like too. So on the same bench, you're up to a machine that has a cable. You put both feet in, and they have different straps. So you put both feet in your straps. You lay back on the bench like this. And then you're pulling with your legs and your stomach, really. You're pulling the weight while you're balancing yourself on the bench. That was really good. So let me see. I was going to say I did 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3 days. 3 of those days I ended with a cardio, 20-minute moderate, steady cardio. What I did is I did the treadmill, and I did 3-minute warm up, 17 minutes on a incline of 20. I wasn't going super fast, but it's very efficient. So I did 3 days of that. One day I did on the row machine, and what he calls this is a hit ab twist. And so you have a timer. It's for 20 minutes. I put the timer on. For 1 minute, you row with your right arm. For 1 minute, you row with your left arm. Just your arm, not both. So just like that. And then 1 minute where you pick up a heavy weight. I used about, I'm going to say I probably used 45 pounds. You put right here and then you do a Russian twist is what it's called. So see, he's increased my stomach a lot. Okay, so that was one day. That was on day 4, legs and abs. And then tomorrow he's got me 60-minute cardio, which I would probably just do the treadmill again. So that's my new plan, and I'm sticking to it. I'll do this one for probably a couple more weeks, and then I will meet with my trainer one more time to get my body fat, see where we're at, go over, because I'm getting ready to take off. My 12 week out from the competition will be May 21st. So that will put me into 12 weeks until competition. And I'm sure that that's a whole, I don't know what you do. I'm going to Google a lot of it. I'll talk to my trainer, see if he kind of can give me the, he may be able to send me workouts too. You know, I've been getting new ones about every 3 weeks. For sure, I need to kind of go over the eating plan. I'm guessing during those 12 weeks, you're working towards really dropping body fat. So that's kind of where it's at, right? Let's see. So my weight is down. I talked about that. I added carbs. I've got good energy, and my workouts have been really, really good. The other thing I was talking about or wanted to talk about today is I did register. I think I told you guys I registered for August 21st in Twin Falls, Idaho. I'm entering 2 competitions. One, I believe one is, I think it's age over 35. I think they call it novice. So novice, age over 35. I don't know what it means. Hopefully I registered for the right ones. I think it's for new bodybuilders. And that was $50. And then the second one, I think I registered for a bikini competition. That was $50. I'm hoping that I registered for the right ones. It's going to be crazy. I'm really glad that there is going to be somebody there I know, another woman. So she also told me, I also had to sign up. That was like $135. Sign up for a national type of thing where you're part of the bodybuilding competitor organization. That's a yearly thing. And then I registered for tanning. You get spray tans on Friday, it looked like, and then probably touch-ups on Saturday. Now, from what I've seen, I think you do your own makeup and you have to it has to match. I may have to pay someone to do that. I'm not good with makeup anyway, but I really wouldn't know how to put on dark makeup to match. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably have to pay for that before the competition. The tanning, I believe, was $100. I'm pretty sure. Okay, the other thing, I had to buy some, part of the competition, you have to wear really high heels, which has got me a little, I don't wear high heels, and can you imagine being nervous? I'm talking high heels, right? So I ordered some, got them in, couldn't even get my foot in them. Seriously, like they were too narrow. I have wide feet anyway. But these, I couldn't even stuff I thought, well, if I can get them in, maybe they'll stretch out. I couldn't even, so I sent them back. I ordered some other ones. Hopefully, I think a lot of these are made in China, and so their feet are probably narrower than ours. I found that with a lot of China things. Like I'll order some, it's just like 5 sizes smaller than what I need. So I sent the other ones back. I got them on Amazon. Those were only like 35 bucks. These new ones are probably 60 some. I'm hoping I can at least get my feet in them to stretch them out a little bit. I don't know. After that, I might try one more time. I don't know. But so they're just very high heels with sort of everything's clear. You have like a clear cover, but it's plastic. So can you imagine how comfortable that is? You know, okay, I think, let's see. So I was going to register for posing because that's like super important. I think for one thing, it gets you in front of an audience, kind of one person. But there's certain ways that you hold your poses, and you have to practice these poses in the high heels so that you're ready. And usually, I'm going to say it's right before competition, maybe within your 12 weeks. So I guess there's a gentleman here who's really good at it, but I don't have time. So I am going to have to I think what I plan on doing is I'm just going to Google posing. There's everything on YouTube nowadays. I'll just have to practice on my own unless for some reason while I'm out on the road, I run into some good trainers who can show me posing. And if I need to, I'll have to sort of Google the diet 12 weeks out of competition and just do it that way. But that's okay. I mean, look, I'm just going to jump in like I do everything else and do the competition based on where I'm at when the time comes, you know? But I mean, what the worst that's going to happen is I don't place at all, I guess. I don't even know that that's worse. Like, I don't even care about that. I just will be happy to step up there and do it. Now, this other girl also told me you can get bathing suits, which are the real glittery, sparkly. I'm going to get red. She has a place you can get them for reasonable, like $100. You can pay thousands for them. So hopefully that works out too. It will. I'm sure it'll work out. So I will probably do that later on in the summer. I'll buy that. I don't see a need. Like the shoes, I want to get now to get used to them and start. If I have to Google posing, I'll just practice on my own. And then other than that, I'll just have to work out at the gyms that I find. My son said in Minnesota there's a YMCA. There's gyms everywhere. I mean, that's not a big deal, right? And I probably will do some fasting to drop more body fat once I get on the road. So, I think that's all for today. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'm still taking the protein and supplements. They seem to be doing fine. I cut the protein and real carbs in half. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but I'm still doing it. I'm still only eating twice a day though. Like I usually eat in the morning, and then I eat usually about 1:30 in the afternoon, and then I just don't eat the rest of the day generally. I might tonight though, because I'm meeting some ladies out because I need a break from working on the house. It's been a crazy, crazy week. So, okay, well, subscribe, like, give me your comments, ask questions, if I can help in any way. I am looking at getting a new Fitbit watch. Mine is not keeping a charge very well anymore. They have some pretty cool ones out that actually regulate your body temperature, your breathing, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know. I'm looking at that right now. I just have to have a Fitbit. I love it. Like it tells me my resting heart rate, how well I'm sleeping. I love the stats thing. I like knowing where I'm at. And since I haven't been going out drinking, I've cut out alcohol and all of that, my resting heart rate has dropped way down. Like I'm down around 59, 60 right now, which is really good. So if that says anything, I think that's why I've also lost weight and stayed down, is no alcohol. If I have something, I just have like a white cloud and I put it in with ice and berries and a squirt of stevia or something like that, just a little bit, and that's how I drink it. Because by itself, it's kind of blah. But if I put a squirt of Crystal Light or stevia, or I just got some Ultima in as well, which is really good for you, then I can drink it and I like it. I love the berries on it. So, all right. Well, please give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. I'll let you know. So if it's 12 weeks for me, I think it is about. So I've got another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe, three probably, until I'm into the 12-week before process. And it's gonna be a rough summer if I have to do a lot of dieting. But I kind of live on this schedule anyway. But when I get around my kids, we like to have fun and make dinners, and I did all right last time though. So, okay. Get out, work out, get out there, start a new program. I had a friend ask me, she's like, I need to start, I have to get some weight off. What's the first thing I should do? And the first thing I thought about is add more fat into your diet, because we've been so freaking programmed. The fat is bad for us. That what we do is we end up going low fat, low everything, and we're starving and it's miserable and you can't do it. So I said, make sure you're adding fat into your diet. I have quite a bit of fat. Like I have usually every morning, I have a bullet coffee, which has MCT oil, which is a refined coconut oil. And it gives me the fat I have to add that because I didn't know how to have fat. I've been trained for years, fat is bad. But when you cut, what she needs to do, what I was trying, and I didn't want to be overwhelming, but is to switch over to burning more ketones instead of glucose, because glucose is sugars and it makes you crave more sugars. I've seen it in myself. If I don't ever eat sugar, and when I do, I have cravings the rest of the day. If I eat keto, I don't. So I try to keep the sugar content low. And so that would be my first thing, is if you're trying to get some weight off, make sure you're adding enough fat so you're full. So when I first did keto, and this gentleman, a doctor I follow, Finney, I think his name is, I put him in one of my videos, is he says, and generally his patients have to lose about 300 pounds, but he's like, just eat until you're full. All the fat. So heavy whipping cream, bacon. Let's see what I have before. I would make, when I first went into keto, I would make shells out of cheddar cheese in the oven. I would melt it, and then I would have tacos. Anything that gets your MCT oil, I always have that. Anything that gets you full. I can have, now that I'm fat adapted, I can have, so I like these, once a week I let myself have one, if I'm doing well. I use heavy whipping cream instead of milk. In most places, they're fine with it. So heavy whipping cream has less sugar, has heavy fat. I do have some caramel mocha in it, but I have them cut to less than half of what they normally put in. And then it's whipped cream and salt on top. And so generally I would get this one, and I may just cut it in half and mix it with my bullet coffee just for a little bit of the flavoring. But what I'm trying to say is the heavy whipping cream will fill me up, and I'm not hungry at all. Avocados are tremendous. Avocados are your best friend. I will have half of an avocado a day. I love it with salt and pepper. I'm lucky but I have 2 slices of bacon, and I make a avocado bacon sandwich. So I would say increase and your water. So I try to strive for 150 ounces a day. I also weigh in every single morning. First thing out of bed, after I've gone to the bathroom, step on the scale, naked, take my weight. I've been doing that since Code Red, and think of it as a tool to keep you from where you want to be. I used to hate the scale, but now I love it. So I do that every morning, and then I try to make sure I get plenty of sleep. Okay, so I don't know, I wouldn't try to drop. What I did is different methods. Like I started with paleo, working out all the time, paleo. Then I switched to keto, and then I got to a really strict keto. But it took me 5.5 years to drop most of my body fat. And now I've still got, at least 10% of body fat to get off before competition. So that would put me about 13-14%, which is pretty low, but we can all do something one time. Just get started. Don't make it too hard on you. Set little goals out. Just start walking. I've got to get back to walking. My dog has gained weight because I'm not walking her. And I keep telling her, when we get our RV, when we get our house sold, we're getting back to walking. And I've got to get her on some good food and get her weight off. So, okay. Have a beautiful weekend. Much love to you. Thanks for tuning in with me. And I will see you next week checking in with Dr. Mom on bodybuilding. Much love.